Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I want to talk about punishment in education. There does have to be punishment even for youngsters. Even kids as young as 3 have to be punished, and kids as old as 11. Those are the stretch of kids I have in the school, and I've had to punish them at both ends. So, let me talk for a second about punishment. I've found the most effective way to punish is to take away a reward. Here's what I've found. If one of the little twins, 3-year-old twins, hits the other one or slaps the other one or something, or hits one of the other kids, you can go send him to sit on the couch. But he doesn't mind that too much. He can sit over there and kind of go off in his own little world and play with his hands and stuff. It's more effective to take away owlers from him, money, school money. Or to take away a card. You know, we lay down the cards, we do ABCs, and if they get the letter right, we lay it down in front of them. They have a stack of cards that keeps growing if they get the letters right. And if they put their feet up on their chair or something, you take a card away. That is more effective. That's a more effective way of punishing them. To just say, I'm mad at you, go sit on the chair or something, strikes people as the only way to punish. But I found it to be less effective than monetary punishment. And we are talking about 3-year-olds, yeah, and 4 and 5 and 7. Now, as they get on the verge of becoming a teenager, 10, 11, 12, sometimes they don't mind paying money, they don't mind paying a fine, so long as everybody in the class laughs at them, so long as they're cute, so long as they disrupt, so long as they make somebody mad, so long as they cause a problem, the money doesn't really matter. Now, to those kids, the monetary infringements have to be larger, for one thing, more drastic, and there does have to be something extra you can go to. Like, for example, one day, Daniel comes in and he says, Garrett threw this rock at me, and it was a pretty good-sized rock, and it hit Daniel in the back. And it was cold out, Daniel had his coat on. But I brought Garrett in, and I said, you go home right now. You're done. You are suspended. You're not going to be here tomorrow. You're not going to be here for the party on Friday. The movie that we're going to watch on Friday, because we had read Treasure Island, now we're going to watch the movie. You're done. Couldn't just fine him for that. I had to let him know this is much more serious, and I'm not going to try to play around with you here. So there does have to be a reserved punishment. I just want to put on the table, I suspended him. His mother made him write up a 1-page apology, and that was like the worst misbehavior we'd had out of him for like 4 months. So I was shocked that it happened all of a sudden out of the middle of nowhere, but you've got to be ready for those things. Punishment has to be dealt out. You can't just give everybody a prize and tell everybody that they did a good job and then everybody will be happy. That's not how it works. You have to punish. With the 3-year-olds, they'll do anything from slapping the kid next to them to taking a cookie out of the little package in front of them when they know they're not supposed to going outside and you hear the door close and turn around and there's a kid toddling out towards the trampoline. All kinds of things they do, and you've got to be ready. Monetary punishments are better than strictly suspending them or making them sit on a chair. And even the best kids are going to have times when you have to punish them. Cuman, smartest kid in the class, smarter than the 2 kids older than him, Cuman sometimes gets excited and he thinks that he can talk. He's got something smart to say. So he thinks that he can stand up, interrupt people, cut people off, shout them down. No. You may be the smartest, you may have more to say than other kids, you may have more to say than the teacher has to say on this subject, but you don't get to interrupt and shout down. So you have to reserve punishment even for those kids. So, just thought I'd talk about that for a minute. Punishment in education, absolutely necessary and indispensable if you're going to get the kid educated. You've got to teach them where the boundaries are. You've got to let them know in so many words, you're here at school to study, and you're not going to interrupt that endeavor in any way at all. Now, Persephone's meowing, and I've got to go deal with her.